Hello, and welcome to Anonymous Tea Ministry. Duality is everywhere and manifests in everything. This life is not an illusion, but an ever-changing form. We exist in this present moment as beings of duality, as physical ego body and conscious energetic spirit. To grow and evolve as human beings, to find the truth, we must learn how to differentiate between our two parts. Duality on Earth is the form and formless. Vibratory energy underlies all matter. So everything is both the physical part, like a tree, rock, or animal, and the vibratory energy that underlies it on a subatomic level. Duality in its definition refers to having two parts. Let's contemplate for a moment the creative process. The initial creative process starts with a formless thought, and after thinking and planning it over for a while, we as human beings act as a bridge to create that thought into physical matter, into physical creation. This life is not an illusion but an ever-changing form. We witness it and participate in it as a bridge. Illusion is defined as a false belief and having a deceptive appearance. To think of the ego as the self and all there is a false belief. The ego is a made-up thing, used and created by the body to help it survive. The body is a deceptive appearance because it hides our light or our conscious, energetic spirit. The body and our five senses conceal our dual nature. By only viewing the body in physical matter, we may be deceived into thinking that it is all that we are. Never forget that your body is a temporary form. The illusion or false belief comes into play when we think of matter as all there is, and our body as all that we are. In this present moment reality, we are dual beings, both body and spirit. The animal ego self fights and flees, always scared of death. Our spirit within acknowledges the ever-changing dance of life and takes part as a passerby. From the Gospel of Thomas 42, Jesus said, "Be passer-by." This vessel is a temporary form that our spirits pass through. The Hermetic principle of polarity from the Kybalion. Everything is dual, everything has poles, everything has its pair of opposites. Like and unlike are the same. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. Extremes meet, all truths are but half-truths. All paradoxes may be reconciled. To illustrate this point, consider temperature. Ask yourself at what point does it become cold, and at what point does it become hot? Hot and cold only represent a degree of the same thing. The same with light and darkness. They are the same thing, only the degree is different. The judgment is pure ego and is purely subjective. Thinking and acting from only one side of a pole creates imbalance. Thinking and acting from the middle creates harmony and allows one to see both sides. When we judge something as good or bad, we stake ourselves to one side of a pole. Every day human beings stake themselves to one side of a subject, it could be anything, and proceed to argue and fight for their side. For example, Republicans and Democrats. This is how our ego treats duality. It creates division and stubbornly sticks to one side of a pole. Spirit, on the other hand, seeks unity. A person living in spirit, in balance and centered, observes both sides of a subject without becoming attached. This doesn't mean we don't have opinions, it just means we understand and may relate to both sides. An excerpt from the Bhagavad Gita chapter 5, Renounce and Rejoice, from verse 3. Those who have attained perfect renunciation are free from any sense of duality. They are unaffected by likes and dislikes. To free yourself from duality, renounce your position on any given pole. This doesn't mean we don't care and exist in complete apathy, but rather we perform our action without becoming attached to any given result. The rest of this chapter obviously elaborates further, and I would encourage all to read it. From the Tao Te Ching, verse 2. Everyone recognizes beauty only because of ugliness. Everyone recognizes virtue only because of sin. Life and death are born together, difficult and easy, long and short, high and low. All these exist together. Sound and silence blend as one. Before and after arrive as one. The sage acts without action and teaches without talking. All things flourish around him, and he does not refuse any one of them. He gives, but not to receive. He works, but not for reward. He completes, but not for results. He does nothing for himself in this passing world, so nothing he does ever passes. Our ego judgment creates the distinctions. Now let's look at the Bible, the New Testament, from Luke chapter 11:34 through 36. Your eye is the lamp of your body. When your eyes are healthy, your whole body also is full of light. But when they are unhealthy, your body also is full of darkness. See to it then that the light within you is not darkness. If your whole body is full of light, and no part of it is dark, it will be just as full of light as when a lamp shines its light on you. Light and darkness are the poles. Our everyday thoughts and actions place us somewhere along this pole. This may be symbolized by the good angel on one side of our head and the devil on the other side. The dark side, the devil on your shoulder, is the selfish, ego side that clings to the physical body and its pursuit of pleasure and avoidance of pain. It is the voice inside that urges us to lie, cheat, steal, and harm others to get ahead. The other side, the good angel, represents the spirit self and helps us towards the light. It is the voice inside that advises us to be patient, loving, understanding, and selfless. Living in the light means always being honest, as there is nothing we can hide in the light. Reconciliation is defined as restoring a friendly relationship and coexisting in harmony. Reconciling our duality, the body and spirit, makes us whole, brings upon us a state of balance, peace, and contentment. From the Gospel of Thomas 22. Jesus saw some little children nursing, and said these nursing children can be compared to those who enter ultimate reality. The disciples asked, "Then will enter ultimate reality as little children?" "When you make the two into one," Jesus told them, "and make the inner like the outer, and the outer like the inner, and the upper like the lower, and so make the male and the female a single one, so that the male won't be male, nor the female female. When you make eyes in the place of an eye, a hand in the place of a hand, and a foot in the place of a foot, an image in the place of an image, then you'll enter ultimate reality." Making the two into one means reconciling our duality to the point where only light is left and darkness is gone. This is when the kingdom of heaven will be realized. This could also be referred to as total consciousness. This process starts with a simple recognition that duality exists and all things have their poles. Once this recognition happens, we can begin down the road towards reconciling our duality, which is an essential element of spiritual evolution. We are dual beings. Choose love and live towards the light. That's it for Duality. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching.